You charge it for your phone?
No, I charged before we started, which is good for an hour.
Everybody, man, I lost my top already.
What's up?
My top to my drink.
Oh.
Yo, you want the Mexican mix or you want the what you call it?
What do you want?
Nah, I'm going whatever you know.
It don't really matter. I really feel like I should be drinking water.
You want me to get you a glass of water?
That would be really nice.
Yeah. Gosh. You give me a flavor and set my phone up and get yours up.
It's two people online. Is it us?
I'm not on yet. You turn it down though.
Oh,
You want a big cup or a little
a
cup?
big cup.
Like this?
Yeah.
Finally getting it. What's going on, people? We just getting set up.
Yeah.
You want some little
Making
bubble?
sure that
Girl.
everyone knows. Huh? No, I don't want that.
You don't want this?
No. Why are you dancing in the back?
Why do I got this in here?
Cause it's the pyramid in Africa. You put a light in it almost. Cause
Ooh.
you put a what you call it in it and then the beans.
If you're gonna have it in it though, we're gonna do it through photography. Have it closer. Let's see how that looks. I can't see it yet.
I can't see it yet either.
Make sure it's not too close. That way it's not. It's on a different plane.
Oh, okay.
We can actually start putting more stuff up here too.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You could sell the water out of Germany faucet. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could just put it in a bottle and be good.
But no, I mean it's a good camera though. You actually have a good view.
It does.
That's what we're gonna start doing. We're gonna have something up here that represents each of us.
Ooh,
Right
that
now?
would be.
No, not now.
Hi to Francisca.
Just like from now on.
Our
didn't
own
know-
little
I
token.
didn't-
So that's her
Sorry.
token?
That's not my token.
This
Why
is what
you-
she has on here today.
Alright.
Actually, let's center it though. Let's put it right there. Center on you since it's three of us.
It's just what Ashley
It's
got
just
me
this,
from,
right?
From yeah, you share. Why you still don't know how to do
Nah, I
this?
don't know,
And then
man.
you write whatever you want to write, or you just share. You know, David, he adds everyone while he posting it.
Oh. Yeah.
You don't have to do that because you're slow. He can do it fast on his computer. You be taking like 12 hours.
You know, it don't even give me that option. See.
Yeah, then just post it. Your friends is gonna see it. All right, Tasha is here.
It's gonna keep my phone on though.
Huh?
Never mind. We good.
You gotta turn off the sound.
Turn the sound on. You good?
Always Gucci.
Kenny Edwards is watching. Can I leave my water here?
Yeah.
What up, Warren? It was good seeing you on Friday. Oh, I see everybody that's tuning in. Tasha said, hey, lady. Hey, Tasha. I appreciate that you always here Sundays, Tasha. Are you in Germany? Hey, Britt. Is Tasha in Germany? Tasha come.
Tasha who?
You don't know?
That's not my person.
Oh, that's my person. My bad. Are you in Germany, Tasha? I thought, don't you also have a Tasha? Okay, anyway. It is 8 o'clock. It's time for Talk That. We are here today.
It's hard to do that. It's hard to be like say loud.
That-
You can't
I
do it
know.
loud. Like,
That's
you
why I
wanna...
do this, and I wait for one of y'all to do this. We are here, and today's topic is infidelity. Last Sunday we wasn't here, so therefore we're really excited for everyone that is tuning in. Last Sunday was Easter, so we was with our families. Today we are here, and she's always with Warren. Duh. I'm sorry, Tasha. You be always clowning me, talking about I should call you up on stage. I will next time. Anyway, infidelity.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about today. It's going to get hot. I want all y'all to jump in. The question that I have for you guys, have y'all ever been cheated on, or have y'all cheated? And if yes, how did it come out? Jump in. Say what you want to say. Talk with us. Okay.
So we gotta answer that same question.
What was the question?
So we gotta answer the
Wait,
same question.
What was
We didn't even get
the
introduced
question?
first.
I just told
We
you.
didn't even
Oh,
get
yeah,
introduced,
that's
like,
right.
you know?
So, my name is Mary Sunshine. To my right, we have.
This is D. Linton. What's going on with Mecca Entertainment?
To the left, we have.
Hey, Monster, what's good with you?
That was mad weak for someone that wanted to get into
I was stalling from the question.
Oh, okay. We're stalling now. Okay, so question, David.
What's up?
Have you ever cheated?
Yes, I have.
Have you been cheated on?
Yes, I have.
How did you find out when you've been cheated? When
We talked about it.
y'all just talked about it? She just told you like, yo, I cheated.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When you cheated, how did it come out?
They found out. Well, I mean, not every time. Like the time that it mattered. Time that it mattered, they found out. No, I was like, I have cheated in every single relationship I've ever been in.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's true though. It's true. Like, and it's not always to say having sex with somebody else, but it depends on your definition of cheating too.
Yeah, we need to go into that. That's true. So, sexual cheating.
Sexual cheating. What's the question then? No, because that's the whole other. You can't just jump into something else. What's the question?
Yo.
I'm gonna just move on to the real quick. Have you cheated?
Yeah, I cheated.
Have you been cheated on?
That I know of.
Yeah.
Not that I know of, but yeah.
Hi, Michelle. You know
yeah, but I'm gonna say yeah for a fact.
Okay. When you cheated, how did it come out?
When I
Stop
cheated?
doing that.
Oh, when I cheated. Oh, I told.
You told.
Every time I ever got caught. Actually, I never. Oh, the question is, I never got caught for cheating because I
Y'all
always
see
admitted.
how nervous they
yeah.
get? Guys get nervous around the topic of cheating.
It's cool. No, I'm cool with it. I ain't never get caught cheating. I always told. You know what I mean? I always did it and then was like, yo, man, I just did this. You know what I'm saying?
Tasha said, I have been cheated on and held him down while he was deployed and found out from a pic on Facebook page. Then he got married and still was hitting me up until I told him to stop and enjoy his wife. God dang.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's something serious. Especially when you holding someone down and they're on a deployment. That's booty. That's just my opinion. Have I cheated? Yes. But it was a retaliation cheat.
That's not a thing, yo.
It is. It sure is. It is.
That
you
is
guys
not
tell
a thing.
me
Who
it
you
is
cheat
a
with?
thing. And that's not the question who I cheated with. Relax.
I just
We
want
ain't
to
going
know
that far.
this equation, am I?
Are you? You set yourself up. How did I find out? Ooh, I found pictures. Once I got cheated on, I found pictures, conversations, all kinds of stuff. And when I cheated, I told. I didn't care anymore, so I told. All right, so now we got to figure out the definition of cheating. What is cheating to you guys?
Cheating is anything that you will not do in front of the person you're with, in their presence.
Everything?
No,
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. That's that's just, you know,
Yeah.
cheating to me is just, you know what I'm saying, cheat, like messing around with somebody, you know what I'm saying, sexually, you know what
So
I'm saying?
cheating is not when you texting this person every morning, hey, how you doing? I hope you're having a beautiful day. I was thinking about you. Do you want to meet up and have dinner or whatever? No sexual, nothing.
Did I smash her?
No, just
then
that's not cheating.
You on your own on this one.
Listen, it's an inappropriate relationship, but I ain't cheat.
How's it inappropriate? If it's not,
Because you shouldn't be talking to no, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't
so
be doing it. But
so when you playing
obviously,
so when you playing the game,
it's
when
not
you playing
playing.
football. When you playing football and you do something that's inappropriate on the field,
you get a foul.
you get a foul.
A flag. Yeah, you in trouble. Okay, I go sit over here on the bench for 5
So you
minutes.
did something illegal in the sense the referee is stopping you from cheating in the game.
Yeah, but do they knock you off and say, yo, you cannot play? I didn't say I did a flagrant personal
No, it's still
foul.
cheating though.
Yeah, it's a little 5-yard penalty. You know what I'm
But
saying?
it's still cheating though.
Nigga.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Is it still
I just
cheating?
told you what cheating was. It's an inappropriate relationship. That's what it is.
So cheating is not there's no emotional cheating, is what you're saying. Hi, Jesse.
I mean, you can... Yeah, a little bit. See, y'all... Because y'all trying to make me change my answer. Like...
No, everyone
We're trying to find out why you chose your answer, so
Stay
I
strong.
might
For me, if I smashed, then I cheated. Can I have inappropriate relationships? Yes, I can. And is that wrong? Yes.
But that's
am
not
I cheating? Nah, I'm still at the crib. I'm coming home every night. I ain't cheating. You know what I mean?
Okay.
What up, Takara? I do believe that there's emotional cheating. I do believe that cheating can be in a lot of different ways. If I am at home, but I'm thinking about someone else and wanting to be with someone else, in my brain, I'm cheating.
Oh, I didn't say wanting to be with, like, you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't, I'm not saying like, okay, I'm home with you, but I'm thinking about David and having sex with him. No, I'm talking about, well, I'd rather be on the couch right now with David. That's already emotional cheating.
That's the borderline. That ain't what I'm talking. That's extensive. You know what I'm saying? Why you even at the house then? Like, you shouldn't even be with the person if you're thinking about.
But
like,
that's the point. That's the big part of it.
Yeah,
That's the big part. But the reason why you feel that way is because there is emotional cheating.
Okay.
Because so you have a bigger definition of cheating than just sex.
What up, Kim?
Alright, cool.
For everyone that just tuned in, cheating, infidelity is our theme today. Have you been cheated on? Did you cheat? And if so, how did it come out? How did the person find out? How did you find out that the person was cheating on you? Hi, Kendra. So, David, when does it start for you to be infidelity?
Well,
what is the starting point where you're like, you know what? I consider this infidelity.
For me, so I don't think I've ever been in a relationship where when somebody cheated on me that I considered infidelity because I wasn't married to that person.
Say that again?
Because I wasn't married to that person.
So then it's not cheating because
No, I didn't say cheating. I said infidelity.
Oh, infidelity. Okay, my bad.
Hey, because for some reason that word has a different connotation for me. It's bigger than just cheating. Infidelity is bigger.
Okay. So you saying it don't count unless you're married?
No.
She's
I don't say nothing about that.
He said that one infidelity didn't start to him until you got married. Infidelity.
But
the
cheating
word
is throughout.
You don't get it. Jessica said cheating energy is stronger than physical cheating. I agree.
It's stronger than physical cheating.
Yeah. Like, you can physically cheat and it means nothing. But if your brain is invested or your heart is invested, then that's way worse. You can like someone and have never had sex with them, never even kissed, no nothing, but you're already cheating in your brain because you're thinking about that person. You're having these conversations with that person. You feeling that person, all of that. That's already, to me, that's already cheating.
I guess I'm shallow then. Because, like, at the end of the day, I could be kicking it with you. Me and you cool, we laugh, we need smash, whatever. But the day that I decide to smash you, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to actually give some of me to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why cheating is, like, for me, physical is way more.
Right, men and women see cheating and sex differently anyway. Because when men cheat to have sex. Men cheat for sex. Mm-hmm. When women cheat for an emotion. Usually, not always, but it is on the norm. Women cheat for an emotional relationship over a sexual relationship.
Mm. Yeah, that's what, like, that kind of make it sound backwards to me though. Cause I can smash both. I mean,
you can smash both.
Yeah, but like I feel like I'm really cheating if I really care for you. You know what I'm saying? But that shit.
So there's a really cheating and a kind of cheating.
Cause I could just walk out the house and smash somebody and I'm cheating, but it don't mean nothing to me. It's not gonna affect my relationship. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I could do it kind of cheating to where now I'm talking that emotional stuff. When I add that into it, now I could be like, all right. That's enough for me to lose my girl or wife.
Nora Elias says there's emotional cheating and physical cheating. Emotional cheating is worse, like your woman does not trust you at all and need to talk to someone else. Physical cheating is usually just lust. Masha said, once a cheater, always going to be a cheater. Flirt with someone is a cheating as well.
Yo, you wrong as shit.
I disagree. And I have a vagina just like you, and I disagree. I don't think that once a cheater, always a cheater. I do believe that there's tendencies. If someone, you can have tendencies of doing certain things. It doesn't mean that you're always going to do it. I feel like there's cheaters that are unhappy in whatever relationship that they were before. Then when they finally get the fulfillment of the relationship that they need, or wanted all along, they don't have to go out and cheat still. That's what I personally believe. But do they have that tendency? I think they do.
I agree. But the reason that person is wrong is because I was a cheater. I cheated. I went out and cheated, but now I'm not cheating. I'm not going to be cheating from now. I mean, you can't. There's no way you can talk in infinites with anything. You can't say somebody is always this or somebody is always that. It's impossible to do that because everybody is built and shaped by their own personality, by everything else around them. So by saying somebody is always this, it's untrue.
Facts.
Okay, friend, she said that's why it hurts a man more when a woman cheats because they know that she had an emotional connection with another man.
Facts.
I think men are just weak when it comes to that.
Nah.
That's me personally. Because a man can fuck up over and over and over and do all kinds of shit and then say, oh, well, I still love her. I didn't go out and did this purposely. I was drunk. I was this and I was that. And a female can be drunk and have one of those moments and it's not... No, the guy will not let that go.
Men are territorial.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But it doesn't matter. It's not always emotional. A female can also cheat without having any emotion.
Right, and men and when that's another part that was false. And that was somebody else said that men cheat for lust. That's not necessarily true because it's not about lust. Because sometimes a man. Now here, this is where it gets deeper, where you're not really thinking about this. But men actually just sometimes just want somebody to be like, hey. You look good too. Men want to feel that way. Men want somebody to be like they need somebody, or somebody needs them. If they aren't feeling that in the relationship they're in, and somebody else provides that, then they may cheat. It's not necessarily that they need somebody to talk to, but they might need that emotional support.
I think it's...
Why do I do this with my hands?
I don't know, me too.
Y'all talk all like that.
I think it's categories to the shit. Cause like, yo, let's say I'm getting 90 at the crib, all right? Or I'm getting 40 at the crib, you know what I'm saying?
We're talking about percentage?
Yeah, percentage-wise. Like, that's what my wife was giving me, or my girlfriend, or whatever the case. And then I got this other girl over here, and she can feel like 20%, but I know that's her max she can go. You know what I'm saying? But I already got something that's 40%. I'm only kicking it with you for that 20% that you offer me that I ain't getting that.
And then what else?
I'm not going. It ain't going no. Like that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be really like she said fidelity when we switching back to there. It wouldn't go to. I'm saying I'm not getting 100%. Period. That's why I'm outside the house anyway. If I'm sitting at the crib and I got 90%. I don't even go now messing with the 10%.
Nah, the 80 and 20%.
Nah, that's 80, 20, 10%. If you got 90%.
No, I'm saying
80, 20, 90, 10 is the same thing.
Yeah, it's right. I'm
talking about this 10%.
No. I'm talking about the 80-20% rule in general, where 20% looks so much better than the 80 that you have at home because you just see all of the great aspects of that person. So you look at it and you think it's an 80, but really it's just a 20 because you have the 80 at home. But because you let that 80 overshadow the issues, the problems, all of these different things, it overshadows what you actually have at home. That happens a lot. A lot of men have that problem to where, at home it's not perfect, therefore I go over there. But there's no perfection.
I agree with you. If you take the time at the house, you know what I'm saying, to understand what you really got, that's what I'm saying. You at that point where you're not moving out anyway. You already see what that 20% is. You already know you got the 80. I'm saying like when you actually going through the thing to where you are stepping out of the house because you do not have enough at the crib, then most of the time you probably still ain't even, just like girls, you know, I hear a lot like from women that when they cheat, before they actually moving on, you know what I'm saying, they'll still be at the house. They'll still be there. They'll get that list. And then they'll build their nest over here, you feel me? And then when they ready to go, they'll go.
It's funny because friends say when a woman step out 9 times out of 10, they won't return. Y'all agree?
Say that one more time.
When a woman step out 9 times out of 10, she won't return.
I don't agree. No. And it's not an egotistical thing. It's nothing like that. It's not about where a woman's always going to be chasing after. I don't think that's true, but I think that everybody is somebody else. Everybody is different because I don't think that all women are just done at any moment in any relationship. If that was the case, then men would find that one moment and then get to that point and stop before it or stop right after it, depending on what they want. But so I think that if someone wants to go back and be with that person or someone wants to try to fix that thing, it's on that person. It's not a group. It's not a mass.
Nora Elias said, and I want to ask y'all if y'all believe that most women cheat with a reason. Men cheat because their flesh is too weak.
No.
What?
See, these are all things. See, now here's something. Here's something that's crazy, right?
What up, Black? I hope you're feeling better. You looking good already.
Here's something that's crazy, right? We've always been told these little myths and everything that men are only these these creatures that are want sex all the
These
time.
primal animals.
Yeah, there's these primal entities in this world. Do we have feelings? I mean, we have emotions. We have everything. You have seen in this time frame where men are able to now talk and able to go to therapy, able to do these things where they're able to really invest in themselves. You're seeing this stuff now. Mm-hmm. So the toxicity that you knew in the past about men to where they were this patriarch, we were in this patriarchic state, you don't have that anymore. Mm-hmm. Or will you still do?
I mean, it's in this category.
Right, it's going. It's not even now. It's not even yet.
Yeah.
But you now get to see that men aren't just out there just because it's not just sex. It's about things that they feel they were missing that they saw in that person.
And we are talking about men, not boys.
Right.
Big difference.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Corey said he's the first guy on here that said that. He said emotional cheating is the same as physically cheating.
Nah, bro, I said that. So you should.
I'm saying someone on I'm not saying you. I'm saying on here because he's one of the few men that is saying something because there's a lot of females talking right now.
I'm glad I got clarified.
Vanessa said, as a woman who has cheated prior, I understand what mistakes are. I understand that not all women have an emotional connection to intimacy. It depends. I don't believe in once a cheater, always a cheater, because if you are confident in your connection with your person and willing to work on your relationship, you'll act right. Do you? Can you? You mess with that?
Yeah.
You mess.
But I say it.
I want to know.
Yeah. Go ahead, read it.
But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her had committed adultery with her already in his heart.
Say that. Say it again.
So also,
why are you just listen?
But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her had committed adultery with her already in his heart.
Ooh,
that's deep. That's in the Bible.
Even to look and think
is already adultery.
Yeah.
That's the first test.
Is that the first testament? I just had it and it's gone. Dang it. Y'all continue.
But yeah, I think cheating.
Where's the big difference between cheating and infidelity?
Well, I mean, it depends on where you are in your relationship with the person, what you consider it. I mean, with me, if I were to step out on my wife right now, it would be infidelity. But
when y'all boyfriend and girlfriend, it would have been.
I mean, we weren't at that level yet.
Okay.
Here's a question. Here's a question that I've heard a lot about. Okay, these are the people who are having sex or before marriage. Some people aren't. Some people are having sex before marriage. If you're in a relationship, a sexual relationship with somebody, when is it considered that relationship, and are you cheating at these different times?
I didn't understand.
So let's say y'all just started dating or whatever, but y'all aren't exclusive to each other.
Oh, that's a good one.
So, yeah.
When is that cheating?
Me personally, right?
Oh, shit.
We had this argument already.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Me personally, when it's not really clear lines of what this relationship is, it's not necessarily cheating. When you talk to someone else, maybe even kiss, when it comes to sex, and you don't tell the person that you're talking to that you're building something, and you don't tell them, then to me that's cheating. Because now you're not allowing the other person to decide, hey, do I really want to be with you or not? Because really early on, you're already doing what you want to do. But if you don't tell, then it's a form of cheating.
Okay.
Not that deep though.
I think that once you talk with somebody and y'all might not be established, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if y'all kicking it to the point that y'all know y'all the only ones y'all coming in there, if y'all really close and y'all rocking together, y'all know that. Y'all tell everything to each other and all that stuff. So just one day, you know what I'm saying, we hanging out for, 5 months straight every weekend. And then she's like, yo, I'm gonna stay at home this weekend. All right, cool. And then she smashed somebody. But we've been smashing the whole time. I don't get to know about that because we didn't say we was gonna get married.
Well, it's
you
not
know
about,
what I'm saying?
that's a bit far, but
I'm saying that I think I should know, at least know, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case. So I would consider that cheating because, you know what I'm saying?
You have to claim someone and they need to accept their claim.
So do you got to do that early on, or do you wait? When do you wait to do that then? So do
that's
you be
tough.
like, all right,
That's tough, right?
and then you
That's
just gotta be
tough. That's
like,
a
yo,
good one.
hey, all right, now we at the point that if I mess around You know, should you be doing that at the beginning of your relationship? Should y'all test
That's a
drive
contract.
first? You know what I'm saying?
That's a contract. That's a contract and it's notarized.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that ain't contract, but
No.
nah, no, I'm just playing.
So what do you think, David?
In what question though? We've
The
asked
question
like
you
that.
asked.
So which question?
Bro.
I asked 3 questions.
No, you asked when. Well, that's what I got. When two people are getting together, when is it cheating or when?
Oh, I said that. I said once they essentially exactly what Mike P just said. You have to claim someone, and they need to accept they claim you too.
Okay.
And they have to accept. That's a big thing. You can't
That's
claim
what he said was a
somebody and
contract.
then, facts.
I just came with these two. People that just tuned in, question is, have y'all been cheated on? Have you cheated? And if so, how did you find out?
So do y'all believe there's life after someone is cheated in a relationship?
That was my question that I couldn't come up with. It depends. So
in the relationship.
there's 3 things that I cannot forgive. 1, if you had an affair. That's, for me, I can't forgive that. 2, if you cheated with someone that is in our inner circle. Mm-hmm. After you cheated and I still see that person, we laughing, we're all together, ha ha ha, he, and you cheated with them, you dead to me. And the very last was, it's almost like an affair, but if it's an ongoing, you could tell me there's no real emotion. But if you go over there, like, oh, we on Netflix and chill, you go, you smash, you leave. There's no, hey, how you doing, texting, all that. It's just a common agreement that I'm coming over, we're having sex, and I'm leaving. We're not cuddling, we're not doing none of that. I'm leaving. But that's still an ongoing thing, and I can't.
So you're saying that's not cool if you just smashing, but it's just on the regular. But
Yeah.
y'all just smashing us.
Yeah, it's still on the regular. Obviously, you have
There's some connection. There's some emotional connection.
Something. It has to be something because you keep going to the same person over and over.
I got you.
So those are the 3 things that I can't forget.
I only need one.
Cheating. Why is it so different between men and females? Because this is what I don't understand. We always talk about, like he said earlier, we're making it seem like men are only out here with no emotions, no feelings, just trying to find ass. And then females are out here building nests and trying to make sure that they have something prepared, emotional over there so they can leave here to go over there. Nowadays, cheating does not start anymore in the club. I'm getting drunk. I'm going out with my guys. I'm getting drunk. She's right there. Okay, I'm going to take her home and smash and then that's it. Nowadays, there's Instagram likes, there's Facebook likes, there's little messages here. People are talking. Even guys are pre-talking before there's an actual act of cheating. So isn't that kind of building some type of communication, some type of level of interest instead of just, we're in the club, you look good, let's drink, okay, we having sex. I mean, it's not like that no more.
I mean, it still is. There's still people who do the same thing. And just like there was before, there were people who did it the other way before also. You might have met them in coffee shops. You might have met them just traveling on the street when you used to talk to people. You might, things like that. But I don't think that cheating has changed at all.
It's just more out. It's just more ways to do it.
I think that it's just more in our face. I think like everything is. I think social media. I think the way that the world is right now, that everything is in our faces.
That makes it easier. Ooh. I think it's easier because of all the technology.
Davida said, "Are we worried about cheating, or are we determined if I love the person past their indiscretion?"
Facts.
That is good. That is really good. Takar says, I believe cheating, infidelity is a progressive thing. It happens when your boundaries are not clear. If you have no boundaries, everything becomes a slippery slope. For instance, occasional text messages turns into text all day, which turns into late night conversation, which leads into much more.
It does.
I agree.
Real cool.
I totally agree. Boundaries is a big word that I think a lot of relationships don't know.
Guardrails is the this pastor. I think it was Andy Stanley. That was talking about guardrails, like when you ride down the highway, so you don't go off into everywhere else. You have these guardrails, and it's the same thing.
Same thing as the same thing that needs to be established. Yo, what's my far right and far left limit? You know, what I'm saying? How far can I go over here where it's all right, and then how far is it? And it's not just for me; it's for both of us. Like, what are you uncomfortable with? What are you not? Mm-hmm. Now I know where to stay. If I really messing with you, there ain't no reason for me to be out here
Right.
treating or doing anything or leading even
But
in
that's
that
you have to
direction.
communicate that.
You got
Yeah,
facts. If you don't
have to
communicate that, then you can't get mad.
You need
But
to
I ain't never
communicate
tell
your
you.
boundaries and what your guardrails are. You have to be
Yeah.
able to say that, no, I don't want you getting phone calls from the opposite sex or the same sex, depending on your relationship, after a certain time.
Okay.
I don't want you to have some private long text stream between you and so
Do
and so.
y'all feel like this has to be specifically in these words been said?
No.
No. But because I've experienced this in our relationship where I thought there was boundaries because listen, I don't like this, I don't do this, so I don't think you want this to happen. But I didn't specifically say this is where it stops and it goes no further. And I figured he knew, but coming to find out, it didn't click to him the way I said it. You
Right,
know?
and that goes back to
That's interpretation.
No, that goes back to what we were saying before. That goes
What?
all the way back to one of the other podcasts we did. We were talking about not being able to really tell somebody something about you because you don't know it.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't say that these are my steady boundaries because I don't know what those boundaries are yet. So, but I think you need to be as forthcoming as possible. I think you need to give as much information as you can. This is what things that injure me. These are things that I'm uncomfortable with. I'm uncomfortable with me thinking that you would rather hang out with that person than me. I'm uncomfortable with me thinking that you would rather have and laugh and joke with that person than with me. And then that kind of creates the boundary. That's that. So to stop you from doing that, you don't text that person later.
Yeah. It's definitely. I see what you're saying. Because if you tell somebody, yo, this is my boundary, water or what. Now in my head, how I interpret it is, okay, you just don't like water. I'm not thinking about the other things that split off from that. Where you get the water from, what type of label the water got on it, and stuff like that. And then that's how I slip into that other category. I bring back the wrong water. He's like, yo, I didn't like that. I told you. And I'm like, well, you just said water. You ain't tell me this inside the water existed too. You know what I mean? So.
Cassandra said we are all adults. We know right from wrong. If you're doing something that you wouldn't like done to you, then you probably shouldn't do it.
No,
That's not
people got
necessarily
different.
true.
People got different. Yo, I can hate something. She could like it. Like you could talk. I don't think you can really say that.
I don't think hate and like.
Not hate, but
like,
that's
I don't think
big
that
difference.
works in this situation. But I think that you would be more. Somebody would be more okay with some things
than the other person.
Because like I would, okay, I'm gonna use me because that doesn't work. It doesn't work in this situation because I'm not the type of person.
I can use me.
No. I'm saying like I'm not the type of person that I'm very closed off from people. So like so if I was really closed off from people and I don't really put my emotions out there to anybody, and the fact that the other person in the relationship just might be an extrovert and put their emotions out to everybody, you might feel more uncomfortable with that than they do when it comes to those things. You might feel like, okay, why are you telling them anything? And you're like, why aren't you telling your friends more? Why aren't you telling these people more?
Yeah.
So I think it really comes down to personality.
Yeah.
Michael said if you're not... Oh, no. My bad.
You way at the top.
Yeah, no, because...
He did say something. He said, personally, if you can tell your significant other about an action or convo you're having with someone else, you probably shouldn't do it. Facts.
If you can't or if you can?
I think he meant can't.
Oh, okay. Why are you so quiet?
No, I'm listening
I feel
to
like
that
you should
because
be, yeah.
no, I'm listening to that statement because that's interesting. He said if you're having a conversation with somebody else, and that's because we had that same thing happen, and it was crazy because she ended up telling me the conversation she had with the other person. You know what I'm saying? But you also gotta give the person time to also figure some things out because I wasn't a clear boundary with me with saying, yo, don't talk to this person. My for me is you can talk to anybody. I don't care. But you just need to know what type of conversations to be having with these people, especially what times to be having these certain conversations. But that's why I left it. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of, because you got to let people grow too. So she was having a conversation.
So let's be clear, let's be real, because all this she would, dip, so we was on a rocky road, and I needed someone to talk to that was not making it about themselves. I don't know if you guys know this. If you talk to someone, Friends, family, doesn't matter, and you trying to vent or pour out, and somehow the conversation ends up being about them, or somehow the conversation ends up being about their pain or whatever. And I needed someone to just listen
Somebody
to me.
outside the box.
Exactly. So I talked to this male friend that I have learned that always wanted to be with me. There was not much ever happening between us, but he always wanted to be with me. So I'm talking to this person on the phone. No, he's not in Germany. He's in the United States. We're talking on the phone. And I'm realizing it helps me, but I'm also realizing as more this happens, it's almost like I'm sliding into that rope and finding my safety there instead of finding my safety here.
Right.
And once I realized that, I cut that off because that's not what it was supposed to be. You as a human being can decide as well. It's not always like you are put in that situation. Right. You can decide for yourself, hey, this is starting to become way too comfortable. This is starting to become, oh, you don't want to talk to me? Well, hi, how you doing? No. And so that's when I said, you know what, babe, I had to cut this off because I seen myself fall into that hole or whatever. And I'm sorry that I even did that to you because you don't deserve that. I should be coming home and trying to figure it out.
But the cool thing about talking to her, because I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It's fine. I'm glad you're telling me. But then as a male, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things and certain ways that we know how to approach women. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. It's easy. If a girl's going through something with a dude, all you gotta do is listen to her, tell you exactly what she wants. Oh, man, he don't listen to me, he don't talk to me, for real, girl, and you sit on the phone and you talk to him, you getting exactly, it's reverse psychology. And my thing wasn't even a relationship. If he was actually there, giving the right amount of knowledge and whatever the case may be and trying to help her through it, but there's a difference between dudes that sit behind that and try to take advantage of that situation.
Yeah.
And that's the issue you know what I'm saying? So I think talking about it was cool because I was able to tell her, listen, if I was in that same position as a dude, this is exactly what I would be saying. This is whatever. And then I just sat back and then she was like, oh, it's right here. And then 2 weeks later, why would he write that? I'm just trying to tell you, he ain't really there for what you think he there for. There's a difference, you know what I'm saying? So I think communication with stuff like that, yo, I talked to this other person because me and you was on a rocky road. I think you should let your partner know. You know what I'm saying? If you got a good partner, they'll be like, I understand, man, you had to reach out because we wasn't.
If you have a good partner, if you have a bad partner, this becomes a whole situation.
Right. Yeah, facts.
We have an anonymous comment on this one. We have, what I'm curious about is when you can talk to your significant other and intimacy is lacking for months, but the bond that keeps you is the kids.
Oh,
read
that again. That's deep.
What I'm curious about is when you can talk to I think you can't talk to your significant other, intimacy is lacking for months, but the bond that keeps you is the kids.
I got out of that. Hey, I love my kids to death, bro. I do. But, yo, kids is such a chain, man. And that's not in a negative way. But it can be, but I don't mean it like that. You know what
I see what you're saying. Are you saying? Okay.
It depends on what for me, I can only talk for me. For me, it depended on what I wanted in life. Did I want to be a better person or did I want to sit in misery? And my kids, I'm raising my kids to want to enjoy life and stuff like that. How can I do that if I'm showing them an example? Because I'm walking around my own house miserable. You know what I'm saying? Right. And the only way for me to show them what life was is for me to get my life. You know what I'm saying?
What I think you're saying is that you love your kids, but don't stay in a relationship because of your kids.
I'm saying no. I'm saying I love my kids and I want to be the best. My goal for being in that relationship was to be a father and was to raise my kids. Once you lost the intimacy and everything else, that is my only goal for the entire relationship. But then when you realize, yo, I cannot give them or I cannot take them to that goal because they come home every day to see me miserable, to see us fighting, to see us not liking each other. How can I raise these girls?
So you're saying the exact same thing I just said.
Yeah, but
so don't say no. Don't say no and then say the same thing.
I feel like you downplayed it.
No, it's the exact same. I said so. Don't stay in a relationship just solely for the kids because that's not.
Yeah, but he wanted to alliterate.
He did already. Don't do it.
Can I talk?
So, you did. Yeah,
Let me talk.
Let him talk.
Go ahead.
Let me talk.
I just wanted to release, man.
Okay, so here's what I think, and this is a quick story. I got pregnant really, really early, and the father of my child and me, I was 17, he was 18. And we had broken up while I was pregnant because I realized he was a mama's boy. But I had a really hard pregnancy, and I was in the hospital for 2 months straight. I wasn't allowed to walk or nothing. And he was the only person that was there every single day, that came every single day. And so I tried. We got back together, and I tried really cookies, though.
Not bad. Oh,
wow. And we tried, and then I had my own apartment, and he was coming over a lot, but we was arguing a lot. And Malik, my baby, was a very comfortable and easy baby. He slept through fast, and he didn't want to pacify because he was chill and whatever. And all this arguing put him in a place where he didn't want to eat, he didn't want to sleep, he was screaming and crying and all of this until I said, yo, this is not working. You got to go. And then he went back to normal. At the end of the day, we think as adults, for some reason, that babies, little toddlers, kids, they don't get it. They don't know. We can play happy and they're going to get it. There's no such thing. Your kids will know if you're unhappy. They will see the argument. They even if you sit on the table and y'all fake eat together and make it see, they'll know. And what you're doing is you're living a fake life to your kids to where your kids won't know what a healthy relationship is, what they're supposed to do and how they're supposed to act. They will not know it because that's what they learned at home. So in my opinion, the most healthiest thing you can do for your kids is to learn what it is that you need for yourself, because you can't cater to your kids if you're not good.
Right.
There's no such thing. So if you guys can't make it work, cause even if you don't have sex, you can't tell me you walk around happy. I don't care what anyone says, females or males. You have to release. You have to be physically attracted. Don't have to, but you should be physically attracted to your partner and be able to show that love. If you don't do that, not in the bedroom, at one point you're not going to do it outside. That means when you're with your man, you're not going to do this no more. There's no more kisses. So your kids seeing that, yeah, they live together in the household, but they don't kiss. They're not affectionate with each other. They don't laugh with each other, but they live together. Mm-hmm. And so then your kids grow up, and that's normal. It doesn't matter if he beats me or whatever. It's cool because we're together in the household. So I think that's unhealthy.
And that energy thing you're talking about, like you said, everybody knows. And you carry an energy with you.
Yep.
And that energy radiates off of you. So when you are miserable, people know. And they might be too polite to say something, or they might not know you well enough to say something, but they know, they feel it, because that's just how it is. Children are real susceptible to that.
Very. Davida
just
said,
like dogs.
I put them together. Anyway, Davida said, as a single mom, kids will never cause you to stay faithful. You do the kids and yourself a disservice. Leave and be happy and still take care of your kids. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I mean, and that's what you was essentially talking about. And what do you think if, for some reason, right, there's a couple and the woman starting to get insecure, maybe she gained some weight or whatever the case may be, and so she don't want to have sex, but because of her own insecurity. But the guy finds his wife attractive or whatever the case, but she don't want to have sex. Now, in what position is the guy? What is he supposed to do?
They're supposed to go to therapy. That's they're supposed to go to therapy at that point.
You two did.
It's communication and therapy at that point. You have to. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, and does he know what even her insecurities is?
Well, some women have a hard time, even though women always act like they can talk about everything, they really can't. Some women have a hard time to really explain.
Well, yeah, that's
so he does.
It's gonna go to, he does know? I thought he did.
I'm saying some men know that it's their own insecurity.
We are talking about the situation that you presented us.
I know that. I get it. I'm saying that some women are incapable of saying, I feel insecure because blah, 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 blah. They just say, I don't want to have sex. I don't feel good. I have a headache. I had a long day.
They don't know.
So they don't know. So there's a problem with that. Because if I'm with you, you know what I'm saying, you're my lady and everything, and I find you attractive, but you pushing me off, that's going to build another insecurity. I'm already thinking in my mind, my girl don't even feel me. You know what I'm saying? But when we go out here, she's smiling, talking to this person. She's smiling, talking to that person. We come back in the house, she ain't talking to me like that. That's gonna build it. So now I'm already thinking, well, the door's open for me to go because your door must be open, and I don't even know why. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't communicated your insecurity on like, yo, I don't like to be touched this way. I don't like these kind of words when we
But how
have
do you
sex.
approach? Okay, I get that. But how do you approach that though? Like, how do you? Because
it's hard. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard. But you gotta literally be like, yo, babe, we gotta talk about sex. And I ain't gonna lie, we set appointments. Not appointments, but we like, yo, we need to have an honest conversation. We can turn our phones off, sit right here, wherever the case may be, or we'll go out to eat and we talk about it. And it's not an easy conversation.
No,
but
it's not.
If you're really trying to be with each other and you're trying to communicate effectively with each other, you know what I'm saying? Like,
therapy.
Yeah, facts. With each other though, I don't think you have to go with institutional therapy if y'all can talk together.
Well, some people can't talk to each other and they don't know how to say certain things without either. Because, in a lot of relationships, if you talk to someone, the person gets defensive. And so instead of them listening, now it's just a fight. It's war. And someone has to win the war.
Yeah, that's the problem, man, with a lot of situations is you can't, people not being able to just take not even criticism, just take like, hey, this is what I feel. And you be like, even if it does, if it's true, it's not an attack. Yeah. It's just trying to be like, yo, why do you feel like, let's open this box up together. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said. It needs the communication and therapy. That's all it's going to really take at that point. Because we don't know how to talk to each other. We were never taught how to talk to each other. I mean, not
this
really.
is exactly what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
We were never taught how to really communicate growing up. We were told certain things about how to get what you want from somebody, how to be polite in their face to get things that you want. Even though when you were a kid, that's how you got things you want. Say thank you. You did those things. But we were never really taught to really understand how the other person felt when you asked them a question. Never really understood how the other person
hurt them.
Right.
Yeah, that's facts.
And I think we need, once you we were never taught the right way. Let me say it like that. Not that we weren't taught. We weren't taught the correct way or a constructive way. So that we now need to learn that so we can really learn who we are through that other person.
And so pretty much it starts from the back. You, that leader at the house, who can pass on the generations for better relationships. Right. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit of what people are talking about. Jessica said, only with you equal can you really have substance in a relationship. So cheating will always be an issue if the communication and loyalty to each other is not stronger than outside forces. That's fire, right? Michael said relationships have ebbs and flows. Okay, ups and downs. But sometimes the ebbs can be a long time to return to intimacy. It's hard figuring out how long to wait. Many times things in a woman's past are not your fault, but it's still a problem. That is deep because females, I feel like nowadays it's coming out more and more. A lot of females got raped or someone touched them in an inappropriate way and all of these type of things. And if a female has not dealt with that, then in every relationship it comes up. And it's not even their fault. The guy, if he don't know, it could be a trigger and the female just crashes and goes way back. Yep. You know what I mean? And so it is very imperative, is that the word? That females talk about it, but that guys are also listening and learning about it. Just because you say, oh, I'm so sorry, I would never do that to you. There's certain things you need to know.
Yeah, it needs to be conscious in your memory every single time. Like, especially, so yeah, like what you're saying, if you mess around with sex, as soon as sex hits, instead of getting horny and stuff, you should automatically in your mind being like, all right, I already know she has communicated with me. These are her boundaries, or these are the things that are her flags, all right? And you should have enough respect and everything to stay away from that. You know what I'm saying? And I think staying away from that, the question that I had is, after you stay away from that, right? She tells you what
Hi,
it
Linda.
is.
Hi, Sandy.
Does that eventually soften, or can you destroy one of those things from the past with like someone always going around like, all right, you don't like this, so he doesn't never do it? How long or does it actually kill that insecurity off and make y'all better? Or is it just one of those things that a guy has just signed up for? This is never going somewhere. This is affecting me this much, and it's just here. And this is what you got to sidestep.
What do you think?
That's deep.
That's hard.
And like I said, it's going to take, because all of it goes back to another one we did where it's about working on yourself. You have to be because if you can say that there's a boundary, this is my boundary, this will always be my boundary, then you aren't trying to progress.
Deep.
You aren't trying to move forward. And if you can say that these are my boundaries now, but between you and I, as we become more comfortable with each other, then I don't think that this boundary will even be existent, because as you continually do something, that becomes your norm.
Mm-hmm.
So if one person is avoiding these hot traps here, and this person is trying to be accepting of them trying, that's going to end up being the norm, and then you don't have to worry about hitting those hot traps because you don't care about them anymore anyway.
Damn. Takar said everyone should go to therapy. The problem is people don't start going to therapy until there is a problem. What? What was that?
Nah, I felt like he had a sword. He was like, ka-ching. I know.
Why not go when everything is well so it can stay that way? I completely 1000% agree.
Hold on. I missed that.
Once there is a problem, people try to go to therapy instead of going beforehand and avoiding the problems.
Yes.
PMCS, people. PMCS your relationship.
Preventive maintenance.
Brooke said, well, what if the person is still attracted to you? However, they're going through a phase within themselves and don't exactly know why they don't want to have sex. But people have needs. So do you cheat then, or what do you do after this has been communicated? I think that's a really good question, because here's the thing, it's true. I feel like more on the female side, sometimes they just don't care to have sex. The affection, the physical is a little bit more important to them than the actual act of sex. But we also know if you have a man that's his release, that's what he needs, and you guys have communicated about that, then what? Then what do you do?
It's gonna be work.
As a woman,
I mean, it's work. It depends. It depends. Like it's with any other situation in a relationship. It's something that you have to decide if you want to work on or not. It's something that you have to decide if you can work through or not. Because if you can't, then that's the same thing as money problems. Same thing as any of that. It's still a problem.
So when you say that, yeah, I was about to say going down that road. So when you say you got to work on it, whatever the case may be, does that apply for both people?
Yeah.
As in, so she's not trying to have sex, but hey, to keep this going, I know you don't want to. After a certain amount of time, since that's his need, should she have sex?
Hey, it depends on each different person. I can't say if somebody should or shouldn't.
Do y'all believe in hall passes though?
No.
Shit, I'm on camera, right? I have my mind thinking now.
So
what do you think?
What? I just asked you a question.
I got a cookie. No, I was. You go. You go first.
Do I believe in hall passes? No, I don't.
I say, hold up.
This is why you're not supposed to eat cookies
Yeah,
while
you're right.
But here's the thing. Back to kind of about what Brooke said. Like I said, it depends. Is that something you want to be in a relationship in? And I'm not a relationship therapist. I'm just successful in my relationship now.
Damn,
and not
successful.
We're successful in
You're
our relationship.
fancy now.
But
CEO.
wanna know why? Let me tell y'all something. Because we went through the trenches.
Where I go?
Y'all, let me tell you something. We went through hell and high water in our relationship. And it was so many things, so many potholes, so many fights that we dealt with, that right now that we can comfortably say that we are successful in our relationship. Mm-hmm. Have we reached where we're going to be? No. But we're good right now and we're still growing.
I like that.
For a hall pass, could it be like? I feel like
that hall pass.
I know, right?
What if y'all together?
Huh?
What if y'all like you?
That's a
like,
threesome. That's not a
no,
hall pass.
she don't want to have sex, so she just want to be there.
So what?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's ways around this. I feel like there's.
So you're trying to tell me a hall pass is
no,
okay?
I know what a hall pass. But I'm saying is, I feel like there's a way around it if she cannot reach. If she still wants to stay in a relationship, but she cannot reach herself to be like, you know what, I'm gonna just give you something.
But don't you think that's a phase, and maybe as your...
How long has this phase been going? That's what he was asking. How long?
I mean, if a female don't want to have sex with her partner for a year, then
Bruh,
you guys should think
but
about
yeah, that's
letting
just
that
too
go.
long.
Your partner don't want to have sex with you for a month. We need to have a conversation. I mean, it needs to be said. But I mean...
Once a month?
No, I said... What are you talking about?
He's talking about how many times you should have sex.
Oh, my bad.
If it gets to a point to where it's been a month, then a conversation needs to be had. about sex and then about why you're not having sex. I forgot where I was going.
But we were just talking about sex, right? We're not talking about intimacy because intimacy can be
intimacy is just driving down the road talking. Listening to music.
Unless that's what she needs to get to sex. If she needs those conversations before you get to sex, or she needs bonding time before you get to sex.
It was like you said, it was different when you were, for me, when I was younger, 21, 22, to get from wherever we were to sex was a different time frame and a different pattern. It was a different pattern than it is now.
I felt like it was quicker. I feel like it was a lot easier. It was just like, but I'm old too. I don't know.
Now it's a different pattern of things. And not to say that it's bad, but it's a different pattern of things. There's conversation, there's actual intimacy, there's trust, there's transparency, there's all these things, but I think that makes it easier.
I think so too. Some people don't.
Listen, I just learned what intimacy was. I'll be real. So,
Kenny, what's your love language?
Huh?
What's your love language?
Touch.
What's your love language?
Well, the first one is words of affirmation, and the second one is quality time. His is physical touch, and then quality time.
Mine's physical touch, quality time.
Yeah.
And physical touch during quality.
My wife is acts of service.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I think quality time after that, but acts of service is first.
Yeah, I think in a relationship, you kind of, at least one of them has to match.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it doesn't, I mean, I'm not saying it can't work out.
I don't think it has to match. I just think that you have to be cognizant of making sure that you provide theirs.
Oh, I don't think it has to match. You just need to know theirs to be able to do theirs.
Yeah, Takara, if they're not married, the way around it is finding a new person. Why stay in a relationship if your needs aren't being met? It's a way of time. It's a waste of time. Once they find their way.
She like, bye.
Jessica said, if you're not having sex regularly, then you are not in tune and your relationship is just a roommate.
Yeah. I like that.
That is true. Roommates, that's horrible. That is horrible. When you're moving around in your own home and you're thinking you have a homie staying at home with you. Yo, I have this question, and since you two are guys, it's awesome. Do y'all think females admit when they cheat? Like, would a female take it to their grave, or would she just be like, you know what? Yeah.
If she don't care about you,
I don't think you can.
If she don't care, I think if she don't care about you, she'll die with that. Or like, no, if she don't care about you, she'll let you know. Cause boom, I'm gonna hurt you. Boom, 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 boom. But I think and that's what I just think. But if she, what did I say? She don't care about you.
She don't care about you. She trying to hurt you. She care about you.
If she care about you.
Me personally, I believe females take that shit to the grave.
I don't think
they will not tell you. Jesus himself can come to the earth and tell your man, here, this is what happened, and she will be like, yo, he's a hater. Do not listen to him.
I don't care what y'all think. The truth always comes to the light. It might not come. It might not come when you
find out. You know what I'm saying?
But it will always be right on time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you. But no matter what happens, no matter what you do, no matter what you do in the dark, will always come to the light. Mm-hmm. Like you said, it might take a week, it might take a month, it might take a year, it might take. You could be with somebody for 10 years, and then for some reason y'all cleaning out your closet and a note fall out.
You know what you gotta do?
You know a note fall out. When you pick it up, you're like, wait, what was this?
Well, the girl, you just gotta wait for time, because when you on it or you there, she gonna keep it consistent. You know what I'm saying? On trying to hide it, you just gotta wait for it to die down for her to forget about it.
Jessica said, "I never told, and he will never know."
Yeah, I mean.
Well, if y'all aren't together,
hey, hold on. My question is, why do y'all die with it? Do y'all know half of the men just want to know? They don't really care.
Yeah, that's a damn lie. We just earlier said.
Hold on.
I'm gonna say something funny.
I was gonna say
something funny.
I was gonna say, yeah, go ahead.
First, let me go ahead and fix that.
I was gonna say,
I was gonna get my. Let me tell you something. You know how when men get old, and their wives is pushing them around in the thing, and they just sitting there loving life. Even they might not look like it, they get to do nothing. and their wife is driving, the wife is doing that, because that's why she kept that. It's keeping her evil inside. And that's why he just gets he's peaceful. That's why he dies first, peacefully.
I feel like I don't know that kind of, but I feel like that is a lot to carry around. But at the end of the day,
really
man,
isn't. It depends. It depends on what type of relationship you have. It really does.
Are you going? Is that somebody you're married? Going to marry? That somebody gonna be with? If it's somebody that you just dated, I mean, men will keep that to the grave too.
So why?
If it's somebody that you,
what's I need to know the reason. What is the reason that y'all hold it to the grave and y'all don't?
Because females don't like to look like they did something wrong. Females like to look like they are.
And men don't.
The what you call it? The what is it called when you're
the victim?
The victim. Women like to play the victim. It looks better. The guys. That's why all mans are dogs and all this stuff, because it looks good if the female plays the victim. So therefore, if she was to say out loud, "Well, I cheated too," because I ain't get. No, it doesn't work like that. They talk like that maybe with their female friends, and only few, not all of them, because you can't trust them. Only few will know that you cheated. But to the rest of the world, your man was the dog. The reason why it didn't work out wasn't because I cheated or I fucked it up. It was because he did everything. He messed up. So you don't tell that the outside world, because then you would diminish or break your whole picture of being the victim.
You know the problem with women is when the problem with that situation is a lot of women. Well, it depends on what type of dude, what type of relationship you have, because there are a lot of relationships where the dude already know. You know what I'm saying? He just don't care to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think y'all so smart and shit, and y'all think y'all gonna still.
There it is, the first one.
Yeah,
you got it.
Y'all think,
what time is it?
Yeah, what?
He said you said shit, but I
did I?
said
Nah.
Yeah, you did.
Damn. So you know what I'm saying?
Can't get it through an episode, man.
And the dude, damn, man, he messed me all up. But you know what I'm saying? The dude already know a lot of the time.
Fire, what's going on, man?
A dude don't go through that much energy to
me,
find
man.
out. That's the thing. So, y'all women, y'all want to go through, ask us a million questions, go through this, go through that. Dudes don't really, they ask you 2 questions. Hey, you do anything? No. All right, and we put it down because we ain't got time to be running after all that shit.
But no, here's the thing. Like I said, it depends on the relationship you're actually in. Because if it's somebody, like if it was somebody that I was just smashing or somebody I was dating back in the day, then why tell them? It has no reason for it. It doesn't help the outcome at all because we already broke up. There's no reason to go back and tell them. So why even talk about it? So I'm not going to talk. But if it's somebody that I'm in a relationship with from now on, yeah, there's no reason to try to hold that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling y'all, the way faith looks. Jessica said facts. We separated because he cheated. Mary's telling the truth. Females will not say, you know what? There's a lot of females,
That's
even
crazy,
in arguments,
bro.
even in arguments, there's a lot of females that are not capable of saying, you know what? You're right. I messed that up. I shouldn't have went this way, or I didn't have to do. There's also women that can. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying majority of women like to play victim. So in any argument, in any situation, cheating, when they're display their relationship, it is just way easier to make it seem like everything is the guy's fault. And this is why I react.
This is how dumb I was, right? So everybody I was saying before, like in relationships, I've cheated in that relationship, or essentially everybody I cheated on was the type of person that could deal with those things, could be able to talk through things. The person I cheated with, trifling, like every single one. And people do that, and I think that goes back, reverse all the way back to the first thing we're talking about with why do people cheat and what, and for different reasons and things, and the 80-20 rule, like we were talking before, to where you might have 80% of everything you want in this person, but they don't do this 20%. So you go out and search for that 20%, but then you end up losing the 80% you had searching for that 20%. Don't leave the person you're with for the don't leave the person you love for the person you like, because the person you like don't leave you for the person they love.
Ooh. Bars.
Ooh.
So,
I like that.
so with
I
that,
like that.
Say that again, just for the hell of it. Say it again. Rewind.
don't leave the person you love for the person you like, because the person you like is going to leave you for the person that they love.
No, you had it.
You say, yeah, you right. I won't eat no more cookies. Why you have a cookie in your mouth? Sandra said that's deep. It is. Okay, people. Anyone last thing that they want to
Last
say?
thoughts,
Last
last
question,
thoughts.
last thoughts?
Don't cheat unless you have permission.
So you didn't believe in hall passes?
I was one.
Don't even. What? Hey Alicia. So my last thought is, try to have a healthy sex life, and healthy means whatever works for you two. But with that, you guys have to talk. Takar said, no, that's a good follow-up episode. That fallout.
Woo!
The fallout of
Yes.
the infidelity. Because
Yes.
once you call of the relationship, there's other things to deal with. Oh, man.
I mean, my wife packed up the house. I mean, nah, she didn't pack. Well, we were moving to Germany,
I would
but
like
we were
That's hard.
It's hard. It's a heavy thing, and it's a fight.
Yo, let's do that next week.
It's a fight to get back
People
there.
are voting.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, put that in the what's called that goes on the poll.
Yeah,
right?
Takar, make this as a question so we can make, or
Put it in a
as a
little box
theme.
and-
Yeah. But have a healthy.
She said, "I packed up your stuff, boo." The car packed up my stuff.
Yo, I thought, never mind. That's crazy.
What, you thought your ex-wife gonna jump on?
No, I thought she said that. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, the car packed up my stuff, man. It was crazy.
Well, you fucked up, and I cussed with that. That's fine too.
Yo, you know what was crazy about we talk about this infidelity? Yo, my ex-wife was like, yo, you can go out and do what you want to do. Just don't make sure that people don't
Bring it
find
home.
out. Don't bring nothing home, right? And I'm like, well, what you gonna do? And they're like, nah, I don't need to, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Don't fall for that shit, because it's still infidelity and they're gonna use it against you. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a test on not to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, my
Don't
man
believe
slow as hell.
I mean, why would you not think that was that's not normal?
Cause,
That's
man.
not normal. Why?
I know.
Anything,
I should've-
y'all, hey people.
And then I became the victim.
Hold on.
How
Public
was you
service
the
now.
victim?
Public service
No,
now.
I was a victim because I was lied to. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Public service
And now
now. for people.
I'm looked at as the.
If something sounds too good to be true, if something sounds like it comes out of a movie or a television show,
That shit is made up.
don't do it.
Right.
Be smart.
Please.
Go to
Please.
school.
Don't listen to what everything comes out or what everybody say. But
Anyway, Michael said we should have an anonymous question box if we do an event. Here's the thing, we're doing this as an event. So if someone wants to ask a question while we're talking, just text one of us personally. We won't say your name and just tell us. And then
Nah, I think he wants to be anonymous from us.
What do you mean?
So our people don't always want us to know their business.
he meant anonymous.
Anonymous.
And y'all can send it to the email joint.
No, it still won't be like we.
Oh, I see
Yes.
what you're saying.
Yeah, I
No,
see
I
it.
don't work like that.
We can say I'll find a way to get an anonymous question.
He'll
box.
find a way. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell everybody business. No, I'm just playing.
I'll find a way to set up an anonymous question box so we can get some questions.
So
that
we
people-
can go deeper.
Right, we can go
Yeah.
deeper and stop people from really because
Feeling
here's the thing. Here's the thing that we've noticed about our people is that we all go through things. We all have problems. We all have issues, but we don't want to let everybody else know our issues without having them vulnerable first.
But what I'm saying is that they could, I'll take
You
2
wanna say
seconds to create a Gmail account, send it to our Gmail. We don't know your
Bro, but
username.
that's
we
not
don't
even
know
what
your-
I'm talking about.
I understand.
So why would you go off of back to
Because
that?
I'm trying to
Kinda
find a
just what you
solution.
talking
But
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm talking about in general. Like
I understand
now,
what you're saying.
it's because that's what we do. That's what we do as a people. We don't go out and actually be able to tell people what we go through that can help somebody else
Should've
because
been-
we don't want to see the kinks in our armor.
You should have been at the last meeting of
And I-
because that was my point.
Well,
The issue
that's
that
what's
people
fine.
can never tell their own problems because they are scared, or it's not even scared, it really happens because then other people judge you and they make it seem like something is wrong with you because at this point you are not well. You're just not, and it's okay to not be well. But we're not allowed in this society to say out loud that we're not well because why? Why are you not well? You look at my problems. Look, no, I'm not trying to compare my problems with yours.
Right.
I'm just not doing well. And I should be able to say, I don't fucking feel good. And that's it. Yeah, I'll cuss. This is the 3rd already. It's fine. I'm allowed today. But what my final words, thank you, Michael. The poem was fire. I appreciate it. I really, I wrote that in a really dark place. And I want to allow people that to tell when they're not doing good, okay?
Yeah.
And I think it's normal, and if we would support each other through not doing well.
Instead of pulling out cameras
Exactly.
and posting about other people's ill fortune.
Or laughing about it, then people will feel more comfortable, especially in the Black community. I'm just saying, we're so tough. So tough.
We're so hard to forgive our own people. We're so quick to forgive everybody else.
Yeah. And on ourselves. Like we
never forgive ourselves.
I know.
Yeah.
It's tough. But that's maybe another
That's a few episodes.
I know.
We dropping topics. We dropping topics.
So if you guys like what we're talking about, please share the video, like our page, tell other people to like our page. What else is coming up?
Apparently, we might be doing the Talk That Shh live event. Out of the,
I know, right?
But
anything going on with
anything
you?
going on with me? We got the podcast, this podcast, as well as the Culture Club with Theta Nari and Patriot Sheriff and Fox. That's still going live every week, 2 weeks, 3, whenever we drop it for you. But it's always well earned and well deserved. We do great on it. We have fun. It's just another group of friends talking about things in a different way.
Anything going on with you?
Well, whatever I'm doing, you're doing. So what we doing?
This month of May, we do not have a meeting of the souls. We have one in June 7th. The May is a little bit crazy, but it's my birthday.
Mine too.
Yay! You're a Taurus too?
No, I'm a Gemini.
Anyway, it's a month of Taurus.
And Gemini.
No, just us. And Jessica said, great live. So happy I caught it on time. Love the combo. We love you. For everyone that tuned in, we really appreciative. For anyone that has to watch after the fact because work and whatever else, please, in the comments, write what you think, what you feel, what you...
And I'm speaking into this event will be, so somebody said, no, I won't be here. This will be a Talk That Shh live in Atlanta.
I like it.
We're going to do a Talk That Shh live in Atlanta.
Why you so
You heard, I'm just listening.
We are going to do one. So even if we aren't here in Europe, we're going to do it in America. If we aren't in America, we're going to do it here in Europe. We're going to find a way to do it.
All right, cool. I just want to say, until we get that set up, if you want to be anonymous, you can just make a fake email. We won't know who you are, and you can send it to our email, and then we can just read whatever you write.
And we'll just talk about ourselves.
And add to the cyber junk on the web. Okay, cool.
Just say it's an option.
With that being said, thank you so much for everyone that tuned in. My name is Mary Sunshine. I'm your favorite host. This is
D. Linson.
And this
Eddie
is
Monster.
And we are out. Y'all did good. I'm proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all. You slow sometimes, babe. It's
Man,
okay,
I don't be
though.
listening because I don't be getting
You
all
don't
the
be
messages.
listening?
Because I